How's it going, everyone? College Lefty. In this video, I have for you guys the 98 overall signature series Braun debut. I'm going to be using him in the Moonshot event. It's the last couple days for this Moonshot event. I wanted to try and take advantage of as much fun as possible. I mean, I really had a lot of fun playing this Moonshot event, and I will be debuting Braun in the leadoff spot. So that was the team quickly to start the video, and this opponent definitely has a good team as well. He has the 87 Ricky Henderson. He's got a couple of the all-star cards in Max Muncy and Michael Brantley. He's got some really good power throughout his lineup as well. Braun to start this game off on a 3-1 count. He's going to send that one into the gap. I thought it was going to be a home run because his fielder did not react to it really, but it is going to be a ground rule double to start this one off. Solid hit from him right away, and then Joey Gallo is going to send that one into the gap as well. That's also going to be extra bases. I wanted to try and debut Braun in this Moonshot event because his stats are a lot better against lefties. I wanted to try out his defense out there in left field, and I also wanted to see how well he hit against right-handed pitchers. And I guess what better way to do that than the Moonshot event. I'm trying to hit for a lot of extra base hits, a lot of power, a lot of doubles, home runs with that Braun, and I'm trying to get as best gameplay as possible with him. So I figured I would go ahead and do that and see what happens. Hopefully this card is pretty good. He definitely has really good hitting stats. His defense might be a little bit of a liability out in left field in terms of ranked seasons on harder difficulties. But in this one, I was able to break the game open a little bit here in the first inning, go up by 4 runs, and no lead is really safe in this Moonshot event because it's really tough to pitch. I mean, a lot of good hitters in this one, and it's just really tough to get outs. But Cal Ripken's going to send one off the wall. I wasn't really sure. I got messed up on the base pass. I wasn't sure if that ball was getting down, but I was just trying to get back to the base safely, and that's exactly what happened here. Roberto Alomar safely back into third. Pretty crazy play right there, but that's going to allow Braun another opportunity with the bases loaded, and I sent that one out to left field. I thought it was going to be gone based off the announcer's reaction, but it was just shy of the warning track there, or to the warning track, and it was a fly out. But nonetheless, hit the ball hard, 92 power, 94 power against righties. Definitely solid from Braun, and a really good pinch hitter. That's probably how I would use this Braun in ranked seasons, would be a pinch hitter off the bench against a lefty. But I also have that Andrew McCutchen, so I kind of wanted to compare the two because they're very similar in hitting-wise against lefties especially. Braun has a little bit better stats against righties, but he doesn't have the better fielding like McCutchen has, or the better speed. So I kind of was trying to compare those guys, and Braun definitely has a little bit of a better swing than Andrew McCutchen, and I would probably just go with McCutchen because I already have him locked in for the 5th inning voucher. Anyway, I was able to get that victory, but I just wanted to kind of give you guys a quick backstory of why I didn't play with this Braun in ranked seasons. I'm also looking to try out a couple new cards that I was able to get for ranked seasons, like Lefty Grove, a couple of the all-star cards in the home run derby packs and everything like that, but I might go ahead and sell those cards. I'm not really sure yet. I need some stubs for the 5th inning program. I also want to get some collections done. Just kind of my thought process behind that. But in this game, the opponent is starting it off with Cody Bellinger, a double the other way. That one was not going to be able to be tracked down by Braun's fielding Braun out there, but then George Brett hits a no-doubter, home run on an inside pitch. I went with Kazuhisa Makita out of the bullpen, and this card is pretty good, but this opponent was definitely seeing him well. He hit back-to-back home runs on him. Actually, it was a home run, and then I did receive an out, and then he hit another home run there with Charlie Blackmon. So definitely a good inning. He put up 3 runs in the first inning, and now I'm trying to make this comeback down by a couple runs early, and Braun's going to start this inning off with a double. He had the flashback Torrey Hunter out in center field. Definitely a good fielder, and has a lot of range, so I needed to try and hit the ball into the gap just like I'm doing right here with Frank Thomas as well. That's also going to be extra bases. The thing about Torrey Hunter is he doesn't have the best speed, but his defensive stats are really good, and he is a pretty good defender all around out there. But anyway, we're down by 2 runs. Tony Gwynn is up on an 0-0 count. First pitch swinging. I'm sending that one into the gap, the opposite field, and that's going to be another extra base hit. So we cut the deficit to 1, making it a 3-2 game. I have Duke Snyder coming up to pinch hit later on in this game, and he's going to slap that one into the gap. Pulled it very nicely, pitched down in the zone. Kyle Schwarber's going to move up to third base there, and that's going to bring up Braun following up the pitcher spot. So trying to send another one into the gap right here. That's the thing about this card so far. I haven't hit any home runs with him facing a righty, but definitely some good power, some good extra base hits, and he has a really high clutch attribute. So That's also going to help with exit velocities, with runners in scoring position and everything. And of course, Joey Gallo, the 94 overall Diamond Joey Gallo. I think that's his 11th hit, 7th home run. That card is an absolute glitch in this game. And Frank Thomas is going to continue this inning on. I mean, I'm trying to break this game open, try to expand the lead a little bit. No lead is safe. This opponent is definitely a good player. It's a 6-3 game. He was able to score 3 runs in the first inning, so I'm trying to tack on a couple more. I mean, if I can get at least to 8 to 10 runs, then I'll be feeling more comfortable about the lead. Here I'm trying to risk it, sending Frank Thomas home, and he is just safely in at the plate. So that makes it a 7-3 game. We still have Tony Gwynn up, a 3-0 count. I also sent that one into the gap. I was swinging 3-0. I figured he would try and throw a pitch over the middle of the zone. That one was not really the best pitch to swing at. May have even been ball 4. But Tony Gwynn in his 125 vision and contact against the common pitcher sent that one into the gap. But this opponent wasn't going down without a fight. I mean, here we are in the top of the 3rd inning. I am up by 5, but he has 2 down. He's still trying to make this comeback. And he hits a 3-run shot with Torrey Hunter. Definitely a solid hit. I brought in Fernando Salas, and I went with the cutter away. It was a good pitch, right where I wanted it, but even a better hit, and the opponent does get rewarded. Sent that one out over the right field wall. Was able to get the victory, though. Pop up to Roberto Alomar there to end it, and now let's go ahead and hop into another game. Ryan Braun, the leadoff spot, has worked out for me pretty well in this one so far, batting around 800, a couple base hits in each game. He actually got player of the game in each one there, so that was pretty cool in his debut video. Nice to see him performing well. That pitch right there with Ryan Braun was definitely hittable, up and inside. I just missed it. It said I had good timing on that one, but I definitely swung a little bit late. If I would have pulled that one or even had just early feedback on it, may have even sent it out off the wall for another extra base hit. But nonetheless, I was able to get on first base with Joey Gallo. I lined out with Frank Thomas there to center field. That was more of an early swing, but a better hit result. And then to start the inning off with the opponent, he smacks one to right field with Tony Gwynn. But Tony Gwynn's going to climb the wall there and rob that one. So that was a nice play. One of the better plays I've seen from Tony Gwynn out there in right field defensively. But this opponent was definitely a decent player. He hits one off the third base bag with Al Kaline. That's going to be an extra base hit for him. I tried to get this ball in quickly and have an opportunity to throw him out at second there with Ryan Braun. But that brings up Frank Thomas. He's going to slap one the other way. A good piece of hitting there for a single and an RBI from Frank. If he was covering first right there, might have been able to throw him out. But nonetheless, let's move this one into the top of the 3rd. I didn't really get anything going offensively thus far in this game. His opponent was pitching well with this Peter Moylan. There he went to a slide step. He had been throwing about 14 pitches or so. 15th pitch, he's starting to get a little tired. The opponent then brought in Stephen Wright to face Ryan Braun. He got me with the fastball there. I was not expecting a fastball. Anytime you play an opponent like this who brings in Stephen Wright out of the bullpen, you expect them to throw a lot of knuckleballs or curveballs below the zone. And in this one with Ichiro, he did go ahead and throw a curveball there, I believe. Sometimes the knuckleball breaks a lot, really similar to how the curveball breaks in this game. But Ichiro is a pinch hitter for Frank Thomas, and he came up clutch there, sending that one into the gap. We are able to take the lead 2-1, and not done yet. He still has Stephen Wright in this one. Tony Gwynn's going to smack that one to left field. Still an opportunity to score a run, but Al Kaline tracks that one down in left field. Solid outfielder in Al Kaline. But I figured I would go ahead and bring in Stephen Wright. I just was a little upset. Down in the game, had a chance to tie it up. The opponent brought in Stephen Wright. I was kind of expecting it at the same time. So as soon as he brought him in, I started warming him up. And I figured if he was able to tie it up at least, I mean, he's the home team. He has the advantage in this situation. If I lose the game, then I'll just keep Stephen Wright in for as long as he can possibly throw. And now I have the opponent down to his last out with Larry Doby up at the plate. He hits a line drive to left field, and I thought I was right on the ball icon there. It was a line drive right to Ryan Braun, and the defense comes into effect right there. He misses the ball and left. I probably should have went to a defensive replacement in that situation. But in the top of the 4th inning, I'm trying to hit a no-doubter with Kyle Schwarber. I went ahead and power swung on this one, sent it deep to left center field gap. He does have the shift on, and Al Kaline tracks that one down as well. Later on in the top of the 5th inning, I did leave Stephen Wright in, and I was able to draw a leadoff walk with him. He was leading off this inning, and Ryan Braun is also batting in this one. He's the leadoff hitter, and that's going to be down the line for an extra base hit. I figured I would try and test him because anyway, even if I don't get to 3rd there with the pitcher, I would have 1 out and Ryan Braun on second base, who would be in scoring position. I think that I'll just need 1 run against this dude, leave Stephen Wright in for the remainder of the game, and he wasn't really hitting the knuckleball at all, so just hit that one fastball, hit the knuckleball, and I made the error on it in left field. I'm trying to tack on a couple more runs here. I mean, Ichiro sends another one into the gap. Definitely a good pinch-hitting move there, bringing in Ichiro for Frank Thomas. I moved him to center field. I moved Gallo to first base. The opponent went ahead and dashboarded out of that one. That's going to do it for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the Ryan Braun debut in the Moonshot event. I'm College Lefty, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.